Met Service meteorologist Georgina Griffiths has stated Monday and Tuesday are the days that Aucklanders should be preparing for the worst from Gabrielle.
This is a community of around about 1,500 people, not a lot,
yep.
But it's a really tight little community, and everyone's offered rooms, and but it's going to change forever here.
At the front line of disaster in Muriwai, emergency workers today finally allowed into the slip site to search for a missing mate. Around 300 homes have been affected by the Muriwai slips. The community is wrapping around those who've lost everything. The golf club has opened its doors for showers and hot food, but the mood is sombre.
It's never going to be the same again, It's very sad.
As they piled into the Muriwai Golf Club, hundreds of residents were hoping for answers.
We turned up here and received no new information.
We really need some definite timelines.
Just for it to go back to normal as much as it can.
The problem we have is that we actually don't know a lot of the information that they want us to tell them. That's going to take time.
We're in this limbo land where no one's really responsible.
I've come home after nearly 2 months of being out and looking at what's changed. The stream didn't exist before. This is the fence, the boundary fence of the property. Jesus, look at that. Look at all the stuff down there. This is all trees that have washed off the hillside up there, and those trees are not going to last. There's almost nothing holding them up there. It's a nightmare. All it needs is another really big rain and all that clay's going to erode and they're going to fall down just like these ones and smash through. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
We're 3 months into living in a constant state of anxiety, not only because of the stability of the land around us, but also the security of our future. Council land generated a slip that fell down the hill and ultimately is now resting against our house. And we were the first house to be evacuated on the night. And fortunately, because of our call out, the volunteer firefighters were on board, so to speak, on Domain Crescent, as we heard the hills crack behind us.
We know that 5 months into this event, it remains extraordinarily challenging for many of you.
I would like to tell you it would be measured in small numbers of months rather than big numbers of months, but I couldn't put my hand on my arm and tell you.
Muriwai is different to much of the country. The geotech problems here are complex, but there's hope they'll be resolved by the end of August. But intertwined, houses need to be categorised, write-off versus salvageable. And then there are buyouts. Who pays for scenes like this? 72% of those on accommodation allowances will see them run out by Christmas.
That house was our neighbour's property, which was about 50 or so, 60 metres further up the hill, and essentially hundreds of thousands of tonnes of soil and water and trees just wiped it off the land.
It's resilient, it's rallied, set up a trust, a website and social media to keep up the public pressure.
Thought we might get stuck at home with no power. Oh my God, I didn't even know vegetables could do that.
Well, 24 years of sunsets that we've enjoyed on this deck, raising 4 kids.
The government will be supporting local councils to provide a voluntary buyout scheme for people who are in Category 3.
Where we landed was actually similar to what happened in Canterbury, which was the ask for us by residents as well to look at the model that was set up there. And so what we're announcing today is that we will be supporting those whose insurance payments to support them with their private rentals that they are paying for, to support them when those insurance payments run out. And we recognise this may be a long journey for some of you.
I know how tricky it is getting to a point of certainty, but you have hundreds of homeowners, thousands of New Zealanders who are in a state of flux at the moment, who are just treading water, waiting to know how they're going to go ahead with their lives. When will we have certainty?
I'd like to think we can get that resolved, obviously, in the next month or so, because we've got a certain event in October and it would be good to get it all done before then.
There's still a lot of clean-up and progress to be made out here in Muriwai 6 months on from Cyclone Gabrielle. This road on which I stand will be open to the public from the 21st of August. So there's still some, like obviously the roadside, there's a bit of room for improvement. Hoping that categorisation will be coming soon, which will start the official part of us moving on. At the end of this month, the council will publish its geotechnical report, and so within the next sort of week or two, we'll start a series of meetings with the council about what the real future of Muriwai is going to be like, because it's been a long and nerve-wracking wait to get to this point.
This Sunday will mark 6 months since the cyclone swept through Muriwai in Auckland.